Okay, today we're going to look at two ideas, one of them being complementary angles, and then we'll follow that up with supplementary angles. Complementary angles are angles that sum up or they add to 90 degrees, okay? So we're thinking here of a right angle, and a right angle has 90 degrees, and it's represented by this symbol in the corner. So it takes a question such as this, where you've got your right angle indicated by the box. You've got a part of the question that is known and a part of the question that is not known, okay? And what we can do for this question is we're trying to find the value of x. To do so, we can just we know that the x plus 23 is going to equal 90, okay? So 90 take away 23 is going to give us the value of x. It's going to equal x. Okay, so 90 take away 23, so 90 take away 20, 70 take away the 3 give us 67 degrees is going to equal our x value. So this is going to equal 67 degrees, and 23 and 67 gives us 90. So that's going to be our complementary angle. Now, questions like these can vary in a few ways. You can end up with multiple bits of information given to you. So, for example, you could be given, say, for example, something like this, where you're told that each value of this is x, okay? You might be given that it's a right angle as well. So now you know that 3x, okay, is going to equal 90 degrees, okay? And then from that, you can work out that x will therefore equal 30 degrees by dividing by 3 each side, okay? Other times you might be given something like this, where you're given, again, 3 pieces of information. It might be something like that one's 10 degrees and that one here is 30 degrees, and you've got to find out why, okay? So it would be a case of adding those two together to give you 40 degrees, okay? So it'll be 10 plus 30, okay? So that'll give you 40, and you're going to take that all away from 90, okay? So 90 take away that 40 is going to leave you with 50 degrees. So therefore, y equals 50, okay? In the end, these just have to add to 90. Okay, let's have a look at some supplementary angles now. Okay, so supplementary angles all add to 180, okay? So they create a straight line, okay? For these types of questions, we have a similar scenario that we saw with the complementary angles, in that we normally are given a piece of information. So for example, it might be something like this, where you're told that one is 30 and you're trying to find the remainder of that, okay? In order to do so, it'll be 180, take away 30, okay? And that will equal x. So therefore, 180 take away 30 is 150 degrees, equals x, so that's going to equal 150 degrees, okay? We then end up with similar questions as we did with the complementary ones, where often we're given multiple pieces of information. So you might be given like this scenario, where you're given like this, and you're told that all of these are equal to x, okay? And so therefore from that, you know that 4x is going to equal 180. Okay, divide both sides by 4, so you're going to know that x is equal to 45 degrees. Okay. Similarly as before, it might be a case that you're given like this, and you might be told that one is 15 degrees, and you might be told that this one is, say, 140 degrees. And then you've got to find out the value that's missing in here, which is y. So it'll be 180 take away 140 plus 15 is going to equal y. 180 take away, so this would be 155. 180 take 155, okay, equals y. And that's going to leave you with 25 degrees equals y. So that equals 25 degrees in here. One of the things to note with these diagrams, not just the ones that I draw, but just ones that you see in textbooks or even on assessments, the diagram itself is not typically a 100% accurate to the measurements type diagram. They're supposed to be indicative. So always be careful of using things like a protractor to work out answers unless the question specifically states to use that protractor, okay? If it doesn't say to use a protractor or that the diagram is accurate, then assume that it's not, and you'll have to use a calculation method in order to find your final answer, okay?